Good evening, and now, the news. I have made it safely to Canterbury, and I am now parked up safely. So, I've parked in Canterbury for donkey's years now, and you'd always find a space. There's 2 spaces outside that place over there. It's not Whittle Swift, is it? I think it is that one, Whittle. That one's. Anyway, and now trucks are in this industrial estate. Gadir Demir, the Turkish people, seem to make it their home at the weekend. So, yeah, Kent just seems to be getting busier and busier and busier. But I've got a space, thankfully. There's a spot left. So there we are. All the lay-bys are full up and everything. I don't know. Oh, I suppose it's Christmas, isn't it? Actually, come think of it. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, both ways, all the way down. Every lay-by. That petrol station on the M2 there, just before the M25, they're queuing. They're parked up all the way in, and in there obviously, and all the way out. There's about 20 trucks parked on the road out. Anyway, I'm parked up and off the motorway basically, or off. Parking with a load of hazardous in LA by isn't necessarily a great idea. So, although there's not actually that much hazardous on it. Anyway, I'm talking too much again. Talk of the devil. A Demir Turkish lorry just turned up. And this is one of my pet hates. Turn off your fucking reversing bleepers. It's 11 o'clock at night. And he's in a Volvo, so you can turn it off. I'm aware some of the British ones are unturn-offable. It just makes me, it amazes me. People sit there reversing and don't turn off their bleepers, in services and everything as well. It's really annoying. Please be a bit more considerate for your fellow human beings. Rant over, good day. Here we go, Dover. Morning. You've seen this site many times. It's Black Friday. Oh my god, look at that tiny boat. Oh, that's the Not-Pas-de-Calais. Look how tiny it looks. I've never seen it. Like, it looks tiny. I suppose it's tiny. Calais, Dover. So, we go in here and we weigh and we go to the booth where they will give us a little ticket because we have to go across to the office because they have to check in all the hazardous. Don't you mind me? That's it, you just keep going. We'll find out how much we weigh here as well. So, oh, that's perfect timing. My things just said you need to fill up with fuel. As you remember, I got a drop last night to get me to Calais, and then I'll get a little bit in Calais when I get off the boat. This has all changed, look. It used to be all the travel centre and everything here. A little bit in Calais when I get off the boat. I just need to get me enough till I get to Luxembourg, whereupon I will fill up. You have to actually plan it a little bit because you only get 900 litres a day on your card, so I can't be totally empty when I get to Luxembourg, otherwise I won't be able to, I won't leave with full tanks. So I have to get just enough in Calais to get me to Luxembourg and a bit on top, so I can leave Luxembourg with a full up tank, because with full tanks from Luxembourg I should be able to get Prague and then into Slovakia and back to Luxembourg, well, wherever I reload, and then back to Luxembourg. And that's the beauty of having big old tanks. So that is that. Again, my ferry link. I think we can go any one way on here, but I just go my ferry link, to be honest with you. It's usually quieter, so they put you on an earlier boat often. Pas de Calais is just leaving, so I might be better to go P&O. Actually. Right, we'll see. Black Friday. I wonder if I get a free ferry crossing. All these bloody Americanisms. Oh, 38 tons. So it'll be about 39 when we get filled up. Come on then, give me a ticket. Time. Right. Oh, barriers. They cleared it up after it appeared in one of the magazines, but those wave bridges are raised, and I remember seeing, just before it appeared in the magazine, I looked down and I noticed it was full of old mirrors that have been knocked off. So, right, I'm going to check it. Go DFDS as well to Dunkirk, but we're not going to. This is why I go my ferry link, there's never any queues. Even if I do have to wait an hour or so for a ferry, I think at breakfast and stuff. I'm going to go upstairs and have a shower. So, we can get this little ticket. It's the same with all ferry companies here. You take your dangerous goods notes over to the office, which is on the right here, just there, and they will put them into the system and everything. They keep a copy, and ideally you want to keep a copy as well, but sometimes it'll only be, you might need to get them to make copies. They don't have any problem with that. So, here we go. Passport, weighbridge ticket, dangerous goods notes, bang. Where's my dangerous goods notes? There we go. That's one. All the same. They're waiting for you, so I don't know whether they're going to try and squeeze me on the North Pas de Calais, which will be handy. Right, let's go. Right, there we go. We have our ticket. A little timetable. P&O wouldn't have been any quicker. Problem with dangerous goods is you don't just get on the next ferry. Hang on, let me check this is recording. Are you recording? Yes. You don't just get on the next ferry, you have to be, there has to be space for you, because most ferries only carry a small number of dangerous loads, and also some dangerous loads can't be mixed on the same ferry. So, be loading in about an hour, so I can have a bit of breakfast. We've got this, dangerous goods, and this to say we want it to be running. Boom, 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 boom. Stick them in the windscreen all prettily and go to lane 161. Good thing about Hasdas as well, you're always at the front of the lane, so you can see what's going on around you. Right, she was nice, that lady in there, very helpful. She said, I like these Coke dangerous goods notes because they're all laid out well. And I said I was pointing out that it's one of the, because when you're doing dangerous goods, one thing you'll find, if you're a new driver and you haven't done it before, so many companies get things wrong with the paperwork. Many a time I've been here and like one thing's wrong. Partly my fault, I suppose, but that was when I was quite new to doing hazardous work, certainly abroad. So now I check it when I get the paperwork. But yeah, Coke's, everything's always right with Coke. That's basically it. Always right. Loads always loaded amazingly well. All well stacked and packed. So I just used one of the seals on the legs. Feet was dangling, so I've managed to seal it up. No, come on. Right, let's go. You can probably see I'm just moving slightly. There's a load of IBCs on this one. So here we are, waiting for the ferry boat. She's absolutely filthy. This is the port of Dover, one of the busiest ports and ferry ports in the world. Check the fridge is running properly. There was a truck.
May I have your attention, please?
Yes.
In the interests of safety, will all passengers please use the black and white walkways?
Most certainly.
Votre attention, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, there we are. I'm on one. There was a bloke there who'd been there since like 3 o'clock this morning because his dangerous goods note didn't have packing class, didn't have UN number, and a couple of other things. It's like, was there anything on the dangerous goods note? I find that a lot. You need to learn, if you're new to this sort of thing and you're going to do dangerous goods work, you need to learn what should be on the DGN, because when I first started it, a couple of times I ended up in Dover or Calais and the paperwork wasn't quite right and it takes forever to sort out. So ideally you want it sorted before you leave. Most ferry ports, companies will give you labels. They used to charge in Dover, although I shipped over a few months ago from Calais on P&O and they didn't charge me for labels. But the best bet again is to try and get them off the customer, make sure you got the right ones. And if you are going to if you haven't got these little plate things, just peel the edges over, so you basically got like just corners, and then it peels off easy, because there's nothing worse than a horrible mark. And the foot was dangling, look, so I repaired it with a massive seal. You don't want one of them falling off, that could do some damage to somebody. Look at the state of her, she's filthy. So that's it really. That's a few tips. And look at my shiny catwalk. That's a wheel brake from Chrome Northwest. Paid product placement. I don't get paid for them, I just get products. Because I hate greasy marks all around the middle, and that wheel brake just gets it off completely. So, right. Time to eat cornflakes. Do. Will you be quiet? What are you doing with that hat on, Bertie? Makes me feel important. Okay. Here we are. Where do you want me, my friend? we go. We are on the ferry. I'm gonna go upstairs for a shower. Hopefully see you afterwards. Here we are in Calais. It's one of the spirits coming in. They're lovely ships. Too bloody big though. They're not good being on because they take so long to unload. Rest in front. Door opening. Right, so here we are. Calais. I've had a shower, just about. Bloody close the showers 45 minutes before you're due to dock, which means they're only open for 45 minutes. She started moaning at me and I just had to go in there and lock the door. Because I just waited until the queues had gone, which is a fairly logical course to take. But that wasn't good enough for her. I remember why bloody Sea France went belly up now. Bad service. Just dry my towel. Screen. These are handy actually, I keep these because I don't like wastage. And just rip them into 4 and use them as notes. Towel on there. Right, so it's 415 kilometres to approximately to Luxembourg, so it's over 4.5. So I will need a break somewhere. It's a shade under. So if I stop making out where there's nobody behind me, just let me go. Brilliant. Just stayed back there. It's 1,000, just shade under 1,200 kilometres to Prague, so hopefully it'll get there tomorrow. There's no big delays. Shouldn't be so bad. I think I'd park outside the place. Into the light. Go into the light. Some sexy people on this trailer here. Sexy lady on the side and a sexy man on the back. A sexy man on the back. Oh, I see. He's advertising a frying pan. It's one of those stone ones, isn't it? Looks like. Well, stone coating. There's a few John, what am I trying to say? Oh look, the cargo, Ford Cargo, Turkey. There's a few gendarmerie around, all over the place in fact. So I'm going to give you my 2 penneth on the immigrant problem in Calais. It's going through a patch where it's quite bad, but don't believe all the media hype that people get sucked into it. It's just a current media obsession, and then little carnival circus probably will move on, and it'll still be the same afterwards. The media just gets obsessed by certain topics from certain times. I'm not saying there isn't a problem, there is a problem. This is a problem that's been going on for many years. I mean, Sangat was closed over 10 years ago, and that was due to another media circus. So, yeah, it's not terrible, it's not good either, but more difficult if you pull a curtain cider. It's harder to secure, and they can just cut their way in. And a lot of it is common sense. I mean, you'd be amazed how many trucks I drive into Calais following. Be it fridges or curtain ciders, they've got no lock on, no TIR cord around the curtain cider, no seals, no locks, and they just sail into Calais. And then they're the sorts of people that moan when they've got a problem. And it's like, well, you didn't really take any steps to prevent that problem. You know? It's just a case of common sense, really. If you want to be safe, use your sense. Not a lot of people have got common sense, unfortunately. I mean, don't, like, you get people, you see it all the time, down by the dunes there and by the old hoverboard terminal, they're parked up overnight. And that's just nuts, if you ask me. Absolutely nuts, especially since, on the odd occasion, some of these people have been turning a little bit violent. You know, I've never parked in Calais, apart from in the truck, or for trucks to secure. Well, they say secure, it's not that secure. And that's only ever when the company's told me to, because like we used to do loads into Luxembourg, and we had to come down to Calais, park up, have 9 off, and then shoot into Luxembourg because we couldn't do it in one stint. So, but otherwise I absolutely don't park in Calais, and I try and avoid stopping here if I can. Like, I'm going to stop and get fuel now, but I'm going in the other direction, so. But yeah, it's just common sense. Use your brain and you'll get on alright. Certainly, if you can show you've done everything in your power to stop it happening. My dad got caught with some on his lorry, but we could prove that he'd taken all necessary steps and stuff, and the fine was reduced from like £4,000 to 100 quid or something. So, cover your ass, people. Basically, that's my advice. Cover your ass. And there is Luke's 2 pennies worth on the immigration problem in Calais. Bertie for Prime Minister. Up yours, twat. You know full well yup. Well, you could land in the Houses of Parliament talking like that. Why are you wearing your Santa hat, Bertie? Because I want to. Christmas is coming. Okay. When's my advent calendar? We're not getting one. Okay. This is one of these instances now where you watch everybody faffing around so much. It takes people so long. They're jabbing at the fucking machine like it's something from outer space. They're absolutely so slow. Makes you wonder how any of these people get across Europe in any decent time. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on, people. Edward, South Wales, simply the best way to get away. Telephone 01443-202-048. Does anybody else do that? Do like little adverts in their head? Or is it just my strange mind? Lots of coaches heading up the road. I imagine they're doing Christmas markets and stuff. They've all got their Christmas decorations in. I never did the Christmas markets when I was a coach driver. I've got a friend who's going out with a chap who owns a coach company, so I might see if I can get some coach work next year, the odd trip. Because I miss it a bit, actually. Used to do a couple of trips a year and a skiing. It's quite good, isn't it? Even if I do say so myself. The overtaking ban up here seems to have gone in the corridor. January travel. Dicklebrook is 01379741221. Other coach companies are available. Bertie's got his Christmas hat on, his Santa hat, and on the front it says Nadolly Clowen, which is what my name's Bertie and I've got a fat head. Shut up! There's only one fat head in this lorry and it's you big fat idiot. Yeah, you, Bertie. So we go across here to Lille. The other option is you could go up fuel up in Vern and then go through. The Satnav always takes you via Brussels and through Cologne and all that way, but the traffic is terrible on that route half the time. So I think this is a better option myself. You can let me go. Thank you, my friend.